Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dan Walkman and welcome to my new series. So, some of you guys probably wondering what this video was all about.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I know that this video may seem confusing, but I would like to explain what the video was about. You see, the Montreal Canadiens had recently traded away Alexander Romanov to the New York Islanders for a few draft picks. And for those who don't know, the Montreal Canadiens and the New York Islanders are hockey teams part of the National Hockey League. And if you were wondering why I use that clip, well, I have noticed that the Canadiens had a history of trading away young defensemen to other teams for players who are not defensemen or draft picks. And I thought it would be pretty interesting to make videos talking about these trades and the aftermath of these trades. So this is No Demon by Dale Walkman, and my first episode will be on Mathieu Snyder. Mathieu Snyder is a former American defenseman who was known for his amazing offensive and defensive ability. He started his career with the Montreal Canadiens before being traded away to the New York Islanders. That's right, in honor of the Romanov trade, my first episode will be about a trade between the Canadiens and the Islanders. Mathieu Snyder was traded alongside Kirk Muller and Craig Darby to the New York Islanders for Pierre Turgeon and Vladimir Malikov. After leaving the Canadiens, Mathieu Snyder became a two-time All-Star, a World Cup winner in 1996, and is a member of the USA Hockey Hall of Fame. The trade was made by Serge Savard, aka the Senator, who is himself a legend of the Montreal Canadiens, being an iconic defenseman turned general manager. Now, even though I believe the Canadiens fucked up multiple times during these trades, I have to admit that this one trade actually worked out for the Canadiens. I know that may seem surprising, but let me explain to you why it worked. In the trade he did, Kai reminded me of a Sam Pollock trade. I have willing it was. Back to Snyder for a bit. Snyder only played 2 seasons with the Islanders before being traded alongside Wendell Clark to the Toronto Maple Leafs for Kenley Johnson and a first overall draft pick, which turned out to be Roberto Alongo. For the second piece, Kirk Muller, who was the captain of the Canadiens before being traded, had problems with management of the New York Islanders, which resulted in him only playing 27 games while only putting up 15 points before being traded away in a 3-team trade to the Toronto Maple Leafs. And after the trade, he wasn't the same player that he was before being traded to the Islanders. Because Muller was a 6-time All-Star before joining the Islanders and won a cup with Mathieu Snyder and a sweep with the Canadiens. I can only think what would have been if he didn't have a beef with management of the Islanders. And for the least successful player from this trade, Craig Darby only played 2 seasons with the Islanders like Muller and Snyder before being claimed off favor from the Flyers, being picked up in the expansion draft by the Predators before signing as a free agent with the Montreal Canadiens. So in the end, he returned to the Montreal Canadiens, just like Mathieu Snyder did during the 2008 and 2009 season. Now, this is where the Canadiens won in this deal. Let's start with Pierre Turgeon. Pierre Turgeon became the captain of the Canadiens and had a 96-point season in 1995-1996, earning an All-Star appearance. But sadly for Pierre Turgeon, he was traded away to the Blues, where he still had a lot of success afterwards. And finally, we get to Vladimir Malikov. Vladimir Malikov is a member of a triple gold club who is basically winning an Olympic gold, a World Ice Hockey Championship, and a Stanley Cup after playing 5 seasons for the Montreal Canadiens. And he won the Stanley Cup in 2000 with the New Jersey Devils. But he only got there because he was part of a trade, and he never gets who he was traded for. But for some strange reason, not enough to be in the Hall of Fame. Come on, Hockey Hall of Fame. This guy got over 30,000 points. Get him in already. 2-time All-Star, 3 if you count his time with the Oilers, Sheldon Surrey. I thought it was pretty cool that we got Sheldon Surrey from the Mathieu Snyder trade. So that was the Mathieu Snyder trade of April 5th, 1995. And I have to say that the Montreal Canadiens won this deal. I hope this won't be the only time I have to say that, but we have to wait for another time for me to re-examine a trade. So this has been Dale Walkman signing out. Goodbye. They did an amazing job with this trade.